Hey guys, it's Robin, and in today's episode, we're going to be focusing on Arsenal and their prospects for this season. So when looking at Arsenal, there's all the memes on the internet about how they struggled and how Arteta has failed to deliver, but I still believe there's a lot of promise in some particular players in Arsenal's team. I last season had Aubameyang in my team, and he largely disappointed, and I had to transfer him out really quickly. And I feel like that was the feeling for most people. They couldn't rely on any Arsenal players. Early on in the season, Gabriel, Willian with his hat-trick of assists in the beginning of the season, Aubameyang starting really well, but they really faded out offensively and they could not be relied on. But I feel like this season could be a change. I feel like Arsenal could really be on the up, and last season's 8th place is not where they're going to finish this season. I feel like they'll definitely be in the top 6 and securing a Europa League position. Not where Arsenal should be. They should be a Champions League fighting team. Wenger worked so many years for it, but climbing up and improving year on year is definitely what's going to happen. So let's quickly look at last season's end of the season table, and Arsenal finished 8th. But an interesting thing for Arsenal is they had the 3rd best defensive record. So that means they've got a defense to rely on. The problem for Arsenal comes in as an attacking position. They really struggled for goals, and that's the reason why they ended up in 8th. So if you take that to Fantasy Premier League, right? And something that probably will stand out straight away is I've got Ben White. Not been officially confirmed, and FPL hasn't moved him to Arsenal, but he's on the brink of Arsenal. So I've put him as an Arsenal player. And if you're looking at the squad at the moment like that, just as I mentioned, their defense was 3rd best in the league. So you've got Ben White as an option here. So on the left hand side, I've got Fantasy Football Tracker, and I'll give you a few hints as to why. So first up, Arsenal's defense. Looking at goalkeepers, there's not much else besides Leno. There's rumours of Ramsdale being bought, but at the moment Leno is nailed down, and at 5 million it's a really good option. But the problem comes in, you don't want to spend 5 million on a goalkeeper that can make mistakes and sometimes is a bit leaky. On the left hand side here, we've got Fantasy Football Hub, and we've got their fixture ticker feature. And if we're looking at the first 9 fixtures of the season, and for Arsenal, if we take out the 3 big games, which is Chelsea, Man City and Tottenham, they have the 2nd best opponent difficulty for defensive rating in the league. That means the 3rd best defense from last season has a really good start defensively if you're able to rotate the defender for 2 or 3 games in the start of the season. And that takes me straight on to the Fantasy Premier League side as to why I believe Ben White is probably going to be the most valuable player, value for money, in the start of this league for a defender. He unfortunately plays a lot more defensive than a person would like. Gabriel is nailed down, but if you have to pick between Gabriel and White, I think both of them are going to offer exactly the same thing, and White's going to be a 0.5 cheaper. Moving on to midfield and people who can give you attacking returns, there's not much. Bukayo Saka at 6.5 million and Smith Rowe at 5.5 have some value to offer. Could Willian be better this season coming up than last season? I highly doubt that. Pepe at 7.5 gives you value, but consistency, is he going to start every week and is he going to deliver? I'm not sold. So as a midfielder, for Arsenal, if you want to look for someone, I'll probably go for Smith Rowe as the option. He just signed a new contract, improved wages, got the number 10 shirt. I don't know what that means to you, but I think it means a nailed down position, and at the end of last season he was nailed down as the number 10. I feel like at 5.5 you might have a value option getting into the offense for Arsenal. But when it comes to midfielders, you want them nailed down. And if you look to the left here at Fantasy Football Ticker, Arsenal's first 9 fixtures leave them straight in the middle of the table for predicted opponent difficulty on offense. So teams that struggle offensively don't have the best start offensively. So I would stay away from midfielders that aren't guaranteed nailed down players. And then we get to the attack of Arsenal. Aubameyang and Lacazette both failed to deliver last season with what they could have done. But if you look at Aubameyang, he's class. I don't care what anyone wants to tell me, Aubameyang has the quality to be Golden Boot contender. And he's shown it in the past, and he delivers in big games. So if you have 10 million and you're not sure what to do, if you want to spend it on attack, and if you want to leave some money in attack because you're looking to eventually move to Kane, or you're not sold on Kane yet, and you've got 10 million only, you've got the options of Vardy, but also Aubameyang. I would much rather find another million to spend on Aubameyang than going to Firmino, who takes the most shots but never scores, So I'm thinking Aubameyang is a real option for Arsenal, and I feel like this season Arteta is going to get a much more settled team and they're going to start more consistently. So Aubameyang is really an option. So to wrap up Arsenal, who would I pick? Well, there's only 2 players and possibly 3 if you want to stretch it. Ben White, I feel, is a nailed down pick. If he moves to Arsenal, not confirmed yet, but yes, Ben White is straight into my final draft and there's not even a consideration about it. Aubameyang is an option. I would possibly keep him on the watch list and see maybe if he starts hot and starts scoring goals from the off. He's a streaky striker. If he's in form, he stays in form for a while, but if he's not in form, he doesn't get out of it easily. So Aubameyang is someone to keep an eye on. And if you have 6 million and that 6 million midfielder position and you're scared of Leeds' start of the season, their first 4 fixtures are quite difficult and you're not sure who else to go for, Ismail Sarr is an option, but it's an unknown. Then they just promoted. Is he going to replicate that from the bat? Emil Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka are both options for that 6 million price tag. But all in all, I feel like Arsenal players are very high differential positions. Not a lot of people have them in their squads, and I feel like they can really make a difference early on. But there comes a risk. Risk it for the biscuit. And that's it for this episode. Please leave a like and subscribe, and a new video will be out real soon. All the best.